My name is Alfred Kroener. Please mirror this video.
Thinking of many of these questions and thinking where Muhammad came from, he was after all a Bedouin. I think it is almost impossible that he could have known about things like the common origin of the universe, because scientists have only found out within the last few years with very complicated and advanced technological methods that this is the case. Somebody who did not know something about nuclear physics 1400 years ago could not, I think, be in a position to find out from his own mind, for instance, that the Earth and the heavens had the same origin, or many other of the questions that we have discussed here.
The time now is 18:25 and 9 seconds now. Okay, thank you very much for joining me. Would you mind stating your name and occupation, please?
My name is Alfred Kroener. I'm at the University of Mainz in West Germany, and I'm a retired professor of geology.
Now, under UK law, I must inform you that this communication is being recorded. Do I have your permission to make these contents public?
Sure.
Thank you very much. Now, I'm just going to ask you a few short questions. The first one I'd like to ask you, you were the Alfred Kroener that featured in a video commenting on the Koran. This was back in the late 70s or early 80s. Can I ask, what circumstances led to you attending this conference?
Well, there are no special circumstances. This was a professional conference where many foreigners and Arab people were meeting, because it was the first time that a major research project had been undertaken in Saudi Arabia. And the University of Jeddah, that means King Abdulaziz University, actually conducted this conference because many of the lecturers and senior students of that university had actually graduated from Britain or other Western European countries, and therefore wanted to show off their results.
Okay, so was it specifically a conference about the Quran and religion, or was it a conference about something else?
Had nothing to do whatsoever with religion. It was purely a professional conference on geology. Not a single word was talked about religion or Quran or anything.
Okay. What were the circumstances which led you to being presented with religious text and then being asked to comment on it?
Well, during the conference, there was an interview in Saudi TV organized by the then vice president of that particular university. And there were about 5 or 6, I can't remember so well, professors from various European and North American universities that attended this TV interview. And it was there for the first time that we were confronted with these questions. To what extent the Quran was compatible with present-day thinking in earth sciences.
Okay. Your comments were later used to suggest that you thought the Quran contained information which could not have been known by humans at the time without divine revelation. Do you think that this accurately reflects your opinion at the time?
Well, that was not at all the purpose and the discussion that we had. The discussion was, they were reading us certain verses from the Quran, and then they would say, is this compatible with present-day scientific knowledge? In some cases we said yes, because always is. In almost every religion there's always something that is compatible. And in other cases we say no. So there was never the question whether there was any divine circumstances or anything in this interview.
Did you ever try to have these videos removed from the web?
No.
No? Actually, there's something that I discovered more recently. Someone gave me a Quran as a gift, and as I turned to the back of the Quran, you're actually in my Quran. So I didn't know if you knew. I didn't know if you knew that, but you're actually you're in a holy book.
I have seen this. I have a copy of this at home. I read it many years ago, but it had nothing to do with that particular meeting.
Yeah. Have you looked into the subject any further since this event, and has your opinion changed since the event? Or
well, you see, this conference was, I think, in '79, and nothing happened. And this whole thing with the internet actually only came up about maybe 4 years ago or something. I can't even remember. And then somebody sent me a message on the internet, and I replied and said, "Oh, I'm very surprised, but this is not how it was," and so on. And then continuously more messages came. And then I talked to people in my department. We have a geography department where there are two people who are really speaking Arabic, and they're Arabists, as you would call them, and they really know the Arab world extremely well. And I told them about this, and I said, "Look, there's nothing you can do. You just have to live with this, leave it alone, because we can't advise you to do anything. It will not help."
Finally, may I ask, did you become a Muslim as a result of this event?
No, I've never been a Muslim before. I've never been a Muslim afterwards.
Okay. And finally, to wrap up, could you confirm, are the opinions that you've stated in this video interview your own?
This one that we are talking about right now?
That we're having right at this moment.
Sure, this is my own opinion.
Okay. And have I offered you any reward for this, financial or otherwise?
No, not yet.
I won't be offering you anything either. Okay, well, thank you very much, Alfred, for agreeing to do this interview, and I'll try to make sure that as many people mirror this video as possible.
Sure.
The time now is 18:30 and 39 seconds now.